Wildfires and the floods that we were just talking about, this is a great time, a great reminder for us to just be ready, because we are in hurricane season, and that runs up until November 30th. And while the outlook for this year calls for a near to below average season, all it takes is just one.
Now, joining us now to help us better prepare and to clear up some common misconceptions about our roofs is John Chun. He's our lead customer success manager from Kapili Roofing and Painting. Aloha, John.
Hi.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah,
brother.
welcome back,
Thank you guys for having me back again.
By high customer demand, it was bring John back. So you're here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna play true or false, if that's okay with you. Okay, so here's one. My roof is only 5 years old. It doesn't need checking. True or false?
Definitely false.
Oh.
Can you explain?
So you should get it checked. Even if it's a 5-year-old roof, roofs do last a lot longer, but you should always have it checked. Before and after storm season, it's just to make sure that little things that could pop up, errors happen. Everybody's human. Humans are installing the roof, so we want to make sure that, if there's a human error, we want to make sure that that's taken care of. Smallest things will lead to bigger interior damages and then causing the ohana some stress that's not needed.
Yeah, better to be safe than sorry. And I know that, especially if it rains and then it dries out and it rains and it dries out, so it kind of expands the shingles and makes it so great advice. Now, how about this one? Before the winds and rains come, I can just put the blue tarp on my own roof. I know that statement is true, but should we be doing that, John?
You could, but we highly recommend against it. Safety protocols are in play. The last thing you want to do is go up there, the wind catches the tarp, you go off with it, and a lot of people get hurt. A lot of people think you get hurt from like a 20-foot fall. A lot of common mistakes is actually around like 6 feet. Right?
What?
So just getting up the ladder, you could be, in risk of damaging yourself or, getting hurt and everything. So you want to get somebody to come out there, a professional. They tie off the ladder, make sure that they have the right protocol, safety features, whether it's a safety monitor or the tie-off gear. But you want to make sure that there's somebody there, professional to do it. So definitely don't go up on the roof. I mean, if it's an emergency, give us a call. We'll get somebody out there as quickly as possible.
And of course, it's just smart to do it while the sun is shining, right?
It is.
When it's a good day, instead of up there when the winds are already high and you're kind of in trouble.
Yes, and that kind of puts a risk not only to homeowners, but also risk to the roofers that are going to be doing it. So either whether it's an inspector, whether it's the actual roofers that are doing the emergency stuff, a lot of times, we want to make sure they're safe as well. So if it's really bad, we definitely don't want to get them up there, but we will assess the situation, try to get somebody up there as quickly as possible. Most times we'll, even if it's a day, you got to wait just to kind of let everything calm down. Sometimes that's the best way to make sure that nobody falls on the property, nobody gets hurt and everything like that. So just get buckets and stuff for now until somebody gets out there.
Got you. Now, I already know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Kapili responds quickly. True or false?
True. We definitely respond as quickly as possible. We have a process and a procedure that we like to follow. So we try to get back to as quickly as possible. And once we know that, weather's bad, even when weather's not bad, but we have protocols, we have people in place to make sure that we answer calls.
Nice. Lena Girl and I recently went out to 2 separate sites. I went to Wahiawa. Lena Girl went out to Waianae to go shoot. And then we were like, oh, can we go on the roof? And, talk about safety. Your guys, the mindfulness of Kapili about safety. You're like, oh, no.
Because we wanted to get some good shots,
Yeah,
right?
and you're like, we were told that you guys actually go through like training. You have to be certified in order to get on the roof. And we're showing some video earlier of the guys being, tying off. So safety, I know, is very, very important for you guys. Yeah?
Yes, definitely. So, as simple as setting up the ladder, there is a specific amount of height. The ladder has to be above the roof, tied off properly. You don't want to put it on an unlevel ground. So our guys go through training that the company, puts them through, make sure that we get the proper protocols in place. If it's unsafe, we have guys that do drones. They get their drone certifications and everything. So, making it safe, making sure we're following, the rules of the sky and everything, but also making sure that the guys are safe on the ground as well.
And that's why we get a little chee-hoo with Kapili.
Yes.
Kapili Roofing and Painting. Thank you so much. John Chun, he's our lead customer success manager. He's the guy to call when the sun is shining.
All right.
When the sun is shining.
Thank you so much, my brother.